Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope it's going okay. Hope the stream's working. Let me know in the chat if there's any problems with it because I'm kind of relying on you guys to help me. Hello, happy Thursday. I hope you are having a super morning. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time visiting, well, hello there. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you spending your valuable time at my little channel. How is your day going so far? I hope it's going really great. If it's not, I'm really sorry. Let's hang out, spend some quality time together. You can see that I have my L plates hanging in the background finally, and I'm not going to take it off until I've reached 500 subs. You know, I don't make the rules. Kaz made this rule in this case. So, hi Kane, it's nice to see you. I hope your job interview goes okay. Always nice to see you, Keely. Thank you for all the love you guys showed me in the comments of yesterday's video. You guys are really the best. Now, yesterday was actually a pretty heavy subject, so I thought we would have a bit of fun today. Kaz can't make it today because he's actually picking up Achilles, so we'll have some fun at his expense then while he's not here. Okay, today's subject, right? Australia is, in my experience, by and large, we have an awesome sense of humour. We laugh a lot, we laugh often, we create opportunities to laugh, and we laugh at ourselves more often than we laugh at anyone else. People think we just laugh at everyone else. We laugh at ourselves much more than that. Our sense of humour is even evident in our landscape, from big kooky statues that are a town's pride and joy to our wacky place names. Now, they may not have been wacky when they were first made, but they sure are now. So I thought, let's have a laugh today and look at some funny Australian place names. However, I hope you didn't come here looking for a mature conversation today. If you did, better click off this video and I'll see you on another, because today's is filled with double entendres, suggestive names that will leave you reminiscing about your childhood memories of looking up rude words in a dictionary. So I thought, let's have a giggle together. Because I'm here in Tasmania, I thought we would start off our list with the Apple Isle in Tassie. And the first on our list is Lovely Bottom. Why, thank you. There's an awful lot called with the name Bottom in them. Deep Bottom. Good grief. I bet Kaz could make some Navy jokes about that one. Officer's Bottom. Again, Kaz could probably have a field day with that one. I wonder how it got its name. Broad Bottom. Gosh. Bottom Fancy. Hi, Daz. Boomer's Bottom. Like, that has an entirely new meaning in today's dialect. Round Bottom. That actually sounds quite delightful. Stumpy's Bottom. No, thank you. Lake Fanny. I heard it smells like fish. Sorry, I couldn't resist. How crass, Lauren. Behave yourself. For our US friends, Fanny means something entirely different here. You might want to Google that. I don't really want to explain it. The butts. Butt of Liberty. Like, that's one of my favorite ones. It's like a superhero bum. How awesome's that? The butt of Liberty. Bottom hole. Yikes. Granny's gut. Oh my gosh, imagine saying that you live in Granny's gut. It's actually, I looked at the weather in Granny's gut yesterday online when I was doing this, and it's actually a beautiful place. Nipple Bend. Some folk like that, I hear. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to judge your kink. Pensioner's Bush. Now imagine saying you live in Pensioner's Bush. Tonguer's Point. I'll just leave that one right there. Now, Boobs Flat. It's a town right next to Big Bush. I know, Daz, I couldn't resist. It was too crude. I shouldn't do that. Just control yourself, Lauren. I'm so immature. Okay, Deep Thought. That'd be a nice place to live. I bet it's good for meditating. Dismal Swamp. We do that, don't we? We name things bad. Dewtown. Dewtown is great because all the houses there have names with the word do in them. You should really go there if you get a chance. It's a hoot. Prickly Bottom. Okay, it's probably not very comfortable to take a seat there. Stinkhole. Imagine living in Stinkhole. The end of the world. Piss Pot Creek. I just don't know how these places got their names. Snag Point. I wonder if there's a Bunnings at Snag Point. Break Me Neck Hill, Bust Me Gut Hill, and Bust Me Gall. Like, that's what happens when you let convicts name the places they're building. Mossy Nipple Bend, Breasted Sugarloop. Sugarloops should be the name of a cereal. That sounds good. Misery Knob. I've known a few of them. Funny Knob Creek. Pinnacle Knob. No Hole. Imagine telling folks, yeah, I live in No Hole. That's what you say to strangers. Humongous Hole. Not saying anything. Guy's Dirty Hole. Get in the bath. Cock Up. Thrush Forest. I'm pretty sure you can get a cream for that now. And to add to the Australian confusion, Waterloo and Baghdad are also in Tasmania. Oh, and Perth is also in Tasmania. So just to add some confusing ones in there. Hey, Lurker. Let me know if I've missed any. You know, there's plenty. Yeah, exactly, Keely. I've known some misery knobs in my time. Now to Victoria's crazy place names. You Potty Pot Pon. Apparently, it's difficult for even the locals to pronounce that one, so I don't feel too bad if I get it wrong. Ding-a-ding. There's one for you, Kane. You should live there because then you could be the diddly donk from Ding-a-ding. That would be good. Mount Bugger. I don't know how it got its name. Upper Sausage Gully. Teddy Bear's Gap. Chinaman's Knob. I'm not saying anything about that. Spanker Knob. Gosh, good grief. And again, just to confuse folks, Mallorca and Antwerp are also in Victoria. Hi, Kynan. How you going, Mr. Peppers? I hope you're going good. Do let me know if I miss any. We do have the best country in the world, Daz. I know, it's great. It's just another thing to love about Australia. New South Wales has its fair share of place names to give you a giggle. Mount Great Groner. Boozer Creek, as long as it's not like the 2RAR Boozer, I'm sure it's a lovely place. The Boobs. Imagine saying, yeah, I live at the Boobs. Rooty Hill, classic. Our US friends might not understand the slang for root. What you should Google that at the same time you're Googling the slang for Fanny. Save me describing it. Pleasure Point. That actually sounds delightful. Come by Chance. Come by Chance was actually immortalised in a poem by Banjo Patterson. And Come by Chance is a small settlement in southwestern New South Wales. And Come by Chance got its name from pastoralists who just happened upon this large vacant block while they were actually en route to somewhere else. So it's a great name. We put a lot of imagination into our names. Flirtation Hill. How sweet. Imagine getting engaged on Valentine's Day on Flirtation Hill. Bong bong. It's not what you think. It's a local Aboriginal phrase meaning out of sight. Grong grong, and it means poor camping ground. This is a good one. It's called Tom Ugly, and it was ironically named after an extremely attractive Indigenous man who actually lived there. And you might also be interested to know that Toronto is actually in New South Wales. So, Dickwood Drive? Kynan, is that true? Imagine living there. Fanny Bay. There's a lot of Fannies getting around. Funny Queensland names are Mount Blowhard. Gosh, good grief. Don't think about that one too long. Mount Mistake, Ugly Creek. There's so many knobs. Bluey's Knob, Quality Knobs. Ladies, take note. Boona Knob, 2 Mile Knob. That makes my eyes water just thinking about it. Red Knob, we'll leave it alone then. Scrubby Knob, Clean Skin Knob, must be without tattoos. You know, there's so many knobs in Queensland. My gosh, who would have thought? Oh, you're near Toronto, Kelly? I didn't even know there was a Toronto in New South Wales. Jerking Creek, yikes. Broken Nose, that's what you'd get if you tried to get me in a Jerking Creek. Burp and Gary, that's Gary after he's eaten too many onions on his Bunnings snag. Pimp and Budgie, sadly not named after a bird who pimps out other birds. Wongle Pong, that's just so much fun to say, Wongle Pong. Yorkie's Knob, and it's a town named after a Yorkshire fisherman named George Yorkie Lawson. Hopefully it was based on the geography and not his anatomy. Sauce Bottle Swamp, and just to clarify, Texas and Cleveland are actually in Queensland. Toronto, I wonder what it's like. Yeah, you do. Queenslanders love the word knob. Mind you, I can't talk. I'm in Tassie. There's so many bottoms. Hilarious Northern Territory names that I found was Dirty Water Billabong. Sounds delightful for a picnic. Fanny Creek, again with the Fanny. Rum Jungle. I know a few people who'd like to run through that jungle. Bong Bong, another one, but in local Aboriginal dialect, this one means mosquitoes buzzing. Bing Bong, Fanny Bay, and Mount Unapproachable. So obviously someone made a mistake approaching that one. Surrounded by knobs, exactly. And to Western Australia's Whacky list, my hometown, Useless Loop, Whoop Whoop, Zantipi. Now, apparently Zantipi is the only Australian place name starting with an X. Nowheres. That'd be a great place to live. Other Side of the Moon. Imagine you're at a party telling a chick where you live. Yeah, other side of the moon. She might think you're on something. There's a place called, here's what's funny. Strangely enough, North Pole and Siberia are actually in WA, which is funny if you think of the climate. Good morning, Simon. Hi, Stephen Wood. Yeah, Yakandanda. Yeah, there's so many I could have put on here. Hi, bravo, Charlie. South Australia's silly names are Breakwind Reserve, I do beg your pardon, Bullshit Hill. Now, I know some folk who make their own one of these every time they speak. Cream Puff Corner, that's actually adorable. Cockwash, yes, please do. Well, it wasn't there last year. What the heck? That's hilarious. How did that get its name? Foul Bay. Now, navigator Matthew Flinders named the bay in 1802 when the ship he was on had a hard time finding solid anchorage, but apparently Foul Bay is quite beautiful. Prominent Knob, I'll be the judge of that. Iron Knob, Mount Buggery, Backstairs Passage, yikes. This gets me. Bum Cooler Flat number 1 and Bum Cooler Flat number 2. How did that happen that there was two of them? One bum cooler wasn't enough. Southern Jerk Island. It might be in Canberra. I don't know if Bullshit Hill's in Canberra, but from what I could gather in my research, it went here. I couldn't find any from the ACT that were that good. Do let me know if I missed some. And finally on our list, it's back to Tassie for a place called Nowhere Else, except the town in South Australia that is also named Nowhere Else. So, like Disappointment, Woolloomooloo. It's hard for me to, I'm bad at pronouncing things anyway. Baffle Creek. Yeah, there's so many. I could do another, it's okay, but nothing special. Not as good as the original Toronto then, I guess. All right, let's have a Captain Cook at the news today. Princess Beatrice and her husband, Eduardo Mapelli Mosey, are expecting their first child. Buckingham Palace confirmed the news tonight, announcing Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrice and Mr. Eduardo Mapelli Mosey are very pleased to announce that they are expecting a baby in autumn this year. That'll be our spring, I believe. The Queen has been informed and both families are delighted with the news. Congratulations, what wonderful news and something truly joyous for a grieving family. Yeah, it's funny when they let convicts name the places, Bust Me Gall. On this day, May the 20th in history, in 1310, shoes were made for both right and left feet for the very first time. On May the 20th in 1845, HMAS Erebus and HMS, I think, Terror, under John Franklin, departed from the River Thames in England to begin their disastrous expedition to find the Northwest Passage. All hands were lost. This is one of the most frightening events in history. You should really look it up. If you love history, you should definitely check it out. On May the 20th in the 20s, Thomas Edison said that Americans prefer silent movies over talkies. I'm not often in agreement with Edison, but I also wish Hollywood would be silent. My pick for 3 historical characters to spend an evening with today are Kylie Tennant, Australian novelist, playwright, short story writer, critic, biographer, and historian; Dame Mary Durack, Australian author and historian; Catherine Helen Spence, one of Australia's most prolific authors, and they're all amazing Australian women in their own right. Mount Meharry. No, is that a real place? Oh my gosh. I hope you're going good, Simon. I hope everyone's going good. Lake Disappointment. And I bet some of these places are just beautiful places, but they just, how many people are put off going there just by the names? That's interesting, Kane. That is. As always, it's only a quick one today. I just want to drop in, have a quick smoker with you, have a bit of fun after yesterday's heavy subject. Kaz won't be here. He's actually on his way to pick up Achilles. But if he's watching it on the rerun, I hope he enjoys Officer's Bottom and some deep bottom, some of those places. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up below the screen. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to ding my little bell for future notifications. And I stream or upload here every morning, every weekday morning, 9:30, same time. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you can join me. And I hope I can get off my L plates. Like I said, I don't make the rules. Kaz made that rule in this case. 4-mile holes and 2-mile holes, Kynan. Really? Kaz would have a field day with that and Navy jokes, wouldn't he? It's a shame he wasn't here. Okay, I hope you all have a fantastic day. As always, I appreciate spending my morning with you. Hope you had a laugh at some of those place names. Let me know in the comments below if you've got a suggestion for a video idea, something you'd like me to talk about, or if you think of any other funny place names. That'd be great. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Love and kisses. Bye, everyone.